Hey everybody, it's Bonnie from Healthy Meals. So here's what we're doing today. We are going to take white fish. We're going to fill it with some asparagus and a little bit of Gorgonzola blue cheese. Between the seasonings, the cheese, the asparagus, and the white fish, we're going to wrap this all together, and it's just going to be a delicious meal all at one time. One of the things that I started to do is I found this cute little spice shop. Had no clue it even existed. It's called the Savory Spice Shop. See? Now, they mix their own ingredients or their own spices, which is exactly what this is. A lot of them are organic, and as you can see, $2.55. If I were to buy something like this at a grocery store, first of all, I would not get as much. Second, you're looking at a $4 price tag as opposed to $2.55. So I believe I've just found my new favorite spice shop. It might be a little bit of a pain to go over and get my spices from there, but I tell you what, it'll be worth it. Fresh spices, and they measure them out for you. They give you the labels if you want, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it's just, you got to say hi to Karen over in the downtown shop, the one on West 6th. There is one over in the Arboretum too. I believe her name is Heather. Regardless, these ladies are phenomenal to work with. They will give you some tips and suggestions. I had a very long talk with them a few times over. So anyway, so this Greek seasoning is what we're going to use for our fish today, just to kind of give it a little bit of a different flavor. I don't want to do the Italian because we've been doing Italian a lot lately, so I wanted to change it up, but I didn't want to do, well, I wanted to stick in the Mediterranean type of situation. So a little bit about the Greek food as opposed to the Italians. They use a little bit more of a bitter lemon. They like that soury taste in a lot of their foods. I don't know if you taste some of the heroes and things like that, there's a little bit more oomph behind their spices and their seasoning. So here's what we have to do. First of all, this asparagus is the frozen grilled version from H-E-B. So basically what it means is they grilled it and then they froze it. So we're going to put a couple of these on here, just like this. Normally you can get about 2 of them in. You want it to be able to wrap together, just like that. So usually it's about 2. Not normally more than that, but 2 sprigs of asparagus is actually a lot. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to take a little teaspoon. Let me find a teaspoon here. Aha, here we go. Yes, and we're going to sprinkle a teaspoon of seasonings on each one of these. Here's the thing with a lot of these seasonings. Because it's fresh, they are more potent than your grocery store shelf. Okay, the biggest thing with this is because it's freshly ground and it's continued to be freshly ground, it doesn't sit, it doesn't have the preservatives, it doesn't deplete in its flavoring between the time you went to the grocery store and the time you get home. This is fresh. It's only been sitting on their shelf maybe a day if you're lucky. So blue cheese, Gorgonzola style, is a little bit less in terms of the fat that you have in your cheeses. You really don't need a lot of this. The blue cheese with the asparagus really tastes delicious. So we just sprinkle a lot of it on. Okay, you're looking at maybe, yeah, it's about a teaspoon on each. Not really too much. The flavoring's really all you need, and let me tell you, pop that flavor in there, oh my goodness. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming if you put too much. So that right there is absolutely perfect. Ready to roll. We've got our seasoning on there. We've got our fish on our foil. Here's the reason I put fish on foil, is I can throw it outside when I'm done. So that fishy smell that ends up in your house when you make fish is gone. Now, I am using a Dory fish, which basically is just a thin, white, flaky fish. You can use tilapia, you can use whatever you want. This was $3.50 for 8 fillets. So the white fishes are usually the cheapest. This does work and tastes just as delicious on salmon, but I'm not a salmon fan, so you'll never really see me make salmon unless I'm making it for somebody else. And believe me, for purposes of this vlog, I will be making something for you guys. I just won't be eating it. This is not my favorite. So here's the fish we're going to make. We're going to cook it at 350 for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to broil it real quick just to kind of get a coating on the top for about 2 minutes, if that. Because the asparagus is cooked, if you cook it too much longer than that, it's going to wilt. And this flaky white fish, you really don't need much more than 10 minutes in an oven for this. So we'll come back when it's all done. I'll show you what it looks like. Who's ready to see this on a plate? It looks amazing, actually. I'm gonna get, yeah, let's take one of these plates. We're gonna put a couple of these out on plates, just so that you can see what it looks like. As you can see, I did not take it and wrap it around the asparagus. I don't know. I want to feel like I have more food coming to me tonight, so I just left it out just as is, flat. You can wrap it. You can actually do this with some chicken too if you want, but we have done so much chicken and turkey lately. I wanted you guys to see something different. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but you didn't really need any oil with this. Whitefish has a lot of juice in it, as you can see. So, put this out. Now, this is 2 servings of protein. And here's what I would recommend, and what I normally do, is I take this, I eat this, and then I have dessert. So like I'll do one of the berries and yogurt, or something, the chocolate treats that we had for day 38, 39 just recently. Something like that gives me a little bit of fruit, a little bit of vegetables. Now if you're really wanting to get a little bit more flavor on here, put a little bit more asparagus on your plate. Otherwise, here you go. This is just, it's ready to go. Doesn't it look amazing? You should smell it in here. Honestly, all I'm smelling is the seasoning. I'm not even smelling fish. That is the fabulous part about fresh seasonings. You smell those, you don't smell the food. It's highlighting the food. It's bringing the flavor out of the food without having the ickiness to it. So, I hope you all enjoy your fish, and I will see you tomorrow.